All right, thank you for joining. So today I wanted to go over Solana, SOLUSDT on the Binance chart. So let's go ahead and see what kind of price action we have going on here. So I did do a video on this a few weeks ago, mapping out a few of the key levels on the chart. As you can see, we have a lot of important levels above us. So let's just dive right into it, right? So right now with Solana, we can see that after this breakout of this descending trend line, we've managed to find support on this ascending trend line too as well, right? So, if you really wanted to, yes, you can go ahead and, what's going on here? You could go ahead and pull a parallel channel, right? See how price is reacting throughout that channel. You can see it didn't quite get to the top there, but it did respect it once, twice. Now let me go ahead and just do something a little bit different here. Start from the top, pull the bottom. No, not really liking that. Well, anyway, so just to jump right into this, you do see that Solana is now targeting the monthly level above, which is pretty important. Let's see if it has been tapped. So it has been tapped before a few months ago, so it's not as relevant, but it's still a pretty important level, especially seeing that you do have the highs pretty much right above it, right? It's about $1, exactly $1 away if you could look at the right side of the screen. So let's go ahead and see exactly where we can expect a little bit of a rejection. And as you can see, we have a weekly level incoming. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete the monthly because once it's tapped, it's really not as important. So we have a weekly level above with also the 0.5 fib pulled from the highs to the very lows, right? As you can see here. So from the all-time highs to the very lows, 0.5 fib, that's the 50% retracement, right? And it's lining up with the weekly, which is a very nice level for it to line up with. You can expect a reaction here, especially since price action has just been very bullish for the most part, right? If we go ahead and zoom out a little bit of a mid time frame, high time frame view, you can see we had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and it looks like it wants to create another high right into the highs of this range, right? So this is a very bullish market structure. I do expect higher prices with Solana. Has a lot of VCs backing it. It's a pretty hyped up altcoin, and I just think that this project could really make some massive gains. Right, so let's go ahead and also see if we can find any new levels. So we mapped out all the weekly levels here. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and switch that really quick. Seems like I might have two. Nope, just one. All right. Weekly. Looks like we might have another monthly above us. Yep. You have the 1-to-1 extension right above the all-time high, so that's a pretty interesting confluence once we get up to that level. I would expect a rejection, and let's see how far the actually I'll do swing failure pattern. Let's see how far this is, right? So we have one at 204.81. This is a 264.81, and this is at 259, so it's about a $5 difference. So eventually maybe we can get some price action movements up to these levels. Swing failure in the highs and coming back down. This is obviously looking a little bit further ahead, right? So if this was to happen, maybe this can play out by coming back down to tap the monthly open and close 786 level, which would be a solid 17% gain, but that's way into the future, right? So let's go and look a little bit more locally. So we have the trend line. Also want to see something really quick. You have your levels, just good to map out your levels. The weekly levels are holding, right? This is already tapped. The daily levels are what's most important. We do have a new daily level here, which wasn't mapped before. We also have a daily level here. Let's go ahead and pull some local fibs. You have the 76 lining up with the daily. Had a little bit of a rejection on the golden pocket here. Let's go ahead and take that off for now because that's just unnecessary data. So this is a little bit of an interesting area right here. You also have this developing daily low right below. And locally, this is just what we're thinking about in the short term, right? So price has obviously swept the lows, grabbed some liquidity of this area here, right? Came down, grabbed some liquidity, closed out some shorts, and even stopped out some longs. Price is moving higher, and it seems like it is aiming directly for 116. So from where we are right now, you know, this is not an area I would long. And once again, this is not financial advice. If you are, this is for people trading on a paper trading account, right? Or a demo account. So if you're trading on your demo account, you can't possibly get a nice 3% pump into the 786 in the daily level, but personally, this is just not an area I would be looking to long. If you were looking to long, you've kind of missed the time to enter, right? If you were to just try to find something a little bit more locally, you could go ahead and look at some of the market structure here. So we had resistance, you know, once resistance is passed, it's flipped into support. So in reality, this is a resistance. As you can see, resistance broke through, and then now it's trying to attempt to flip it as support. This is also resistance here. And then for this, I'd rather just use a box, right? Yeah, it's not really, these are just areas I would not be interested in trading. I would rather see price come back down to the VWAP, which pretty much then lines up with this support and resistance right here. As you can see, support, resistance, back tested as support. So if we were to get price action to come back down here, this is where I'd rather be looking for a long entry, right? Right now, you're basically just waiting to see what price will do and how it will react. Because at the very moment, very strong trend. It's looking pretty bullish, and it's looking like it is aiming for higher prices. So I would not get bearish on this quite yet. We are targeting the daily level above. And depending on the price action, that's where the next trade should be, would be a sweep of the highs, back test, enter a short, targeting the daily level below, right? The untapped daily level below. So if you were to enter a short trade right here, place your stop losses. Let's go ahead and delete this one, but place your stop losses right above here, about 2% away, not bad, for a 7%, well, 6% gain. So risk reward 2.8, which is not bad. That's actually pretty decent. So this would be the better trade in my opinion, 786 daily level. And if price was to even get up a little bit higher, now you're talking about also adding in swing failure of the highs, right? And obviously, yes, these are all the other levels that technically count as swing fail. What's going on here? Anyway, right? So price can get rejected from any one of these levels, all swing failure levels, but the best entry would be either here, right above the daily, or you wait until price goes all the way up, takes these highs. Not sure what's going on right now. A little bit of sloppy work, but takes these highs, comes back down, closes below the daily level, and then once again targets the untapped daily below. And then there, this would be a nicer entry, right? Because now you're talking stop loss above there, entry could be right there if you get it pretty much perfectly. And now you're targeting a 7 to 8% gain, right? So Solana is looking pretty interesting. Locally, price is looking bullish. It's looking like it is going to take these highs here, the previous highs. And it looks like it wants to go all the way up and really go for this weekly level above, which lines up with a 0.5 of the all-time high to the lows since the previous all-time high. So this is a very, very important level. And if you're looking to enter a long off of a retest of any one of these key levels before that, right, so the target would be right up here, right? Let's go ahead and delete some of this noise. All right, so if you're patient enough, you just watch price action. Maybe we'll get a reclaim of the daily. Right here would be a pretty valid area to go long, right? You place your stop losses about 1% away, aim for higher prices. Might get a slight little rejection here. But if that also gets flipped into support, you can then start to aim higher to this weekly level before a possible rejection. So with that being said, if we do get a entry from there, you're talking about a 16% gain, which is amazing. Now, if we get a retest of this VWAP support area, you're looking at around 22% gain to the weekly level above. So that's pretty much the target for now, is that weekly. Not really much else to talk about with Solana. Yes, price can retrace back down. If we do get a retracement back down, let's go ahead and see if there's any untapped weekly levels below. That's pretty important. So there's a weekly level here too as well. Let's just go ahead and line these up. Let's see if there's any fibs that actually line up with any one of these areas, right? So let's go to the daily. If we do get a rejection, let's just say from this daily swing failure 786 area, right? So if we get some sort of price action like this, we can then expect, let's see here. Let's see here. So the golden pocket is right below. So who knows, maybe price goes up a little bit higher, rejects off of this daily level right here. If it does, then that's kind of going right into the weekly level. If we go target the range highs, this would be an even better setup, right? Because then now you have these fibs lining up with a few key areas. The daily lining up with the 382, golden pocket lining up with the weekly, 0.5 also right at this support resistance zone right here, right? So this pretty much lines up very well. That's if we go up and take these highs and get rejected and try to find lower prices, right? So let me go ahead and clean this up for you just so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if we get a move to higher right here, flip this as support, takes the highs because there's liquidity up here, takes the highs, gets rejected, comes back in, back tests the highs as resistance, and goes all the way back down. That would be a nice area to enter a short position, right? Just like I said before, stop loss right above the wick, targeting the lower prices. Weekly level here, which is about 25% away. Maybe, you're a little bit more conservative. Obviously, take profits along the way. You could take profit here, 4%, more take profits here, 13%. At these key levels, main target would be around this area, 23% away. And then if we do get that kind of price action, then yeah, you just do the same thing, right? There's liquidity here, so then you get price come down, sweep the lows, reclaim the weekly as support, and then once again aim for higher prices. And just like that, stop loss below the lows, target untapped levels above, right? 54% away. So Solana has a very sexy chart here. I love to see this trend lines getting broken, and then it just turns into a perfect V trend line in the opposite direction. Okay, love to see that. So let's just see if this trend line holds. I would like to see this hold all the way up to the range highs, and then we get a breakdown below the trend line. Maybe back test it, you know, like so something like this. Right, so we get a rejection, come down, back test it as resistance, and then come back down. So that would be another nice trade. So a couple nice setups here. We have the swing failure of the highs, possible swing failure of the lows. Locally, would be nice to get this little back test here. Solid entry. Maybe even come down a little bit lower. Takes the liquidity of that little area right here, because that is a low. All right, before moving higher. So locally, that would be a nice little long entry to then target those higher prices, which I mentioned before then looking for a short position, right? 14% away. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining. A little bit longer video than usual. I'll try to keep it below 10 minutes, but follow me on X, like, subscribe. I just posted another video, and as we can see, this reminds me actually, I just posted another post, I should say. My head's all over the place, but right now Bitcoin is breaking out, right? So it has a very bullish price action, and with Bitcoin breaking out, the market seems to want to follow, right? Look at Ethereum completely breaking out, targeting this daily level above, which lines up with the fib extension 786, all right? So that's where I can expect a rejection from Ethereum. But these charts are looking very bullish, very, very bullish. And for now, based on this video, we'll see what Solana does, but I do expect higher prices. At the very least, I do expect it to come back and test this area right here, which is around 3% from current prices, 6% from the entry level where I would feel more comfortable entering along, right? So follow me on X, like, I'm very close to 100 followers, right? I have 96, I'm trying to get to that 100. Not sure what happened before, but yeah, they tried to, I guess I might have got hacked or something, but yeah, I don't know. They fixed it pretty quickly, which is nice. Shout out to Elon. But yeah, I have a free Telegram, join it. I place my most recent trade updates in there so you can see real time when I'm entering and exiting my paper trading demo account trades. I have my trading view account, which I have been posting on lately. I posted 2 things recently. SWI, I expect the price to go down. I believe this actually did the complete opposite. Yeah, so right now it's back testing this as resistance, but you know, that's pretty much what I expected, right? So we'll see if it continues to the downside. Based on Bitcoin's price action, I doubt it, but yeah, anyway, let's see what XRP is doing here. Getting ready to break out. I think XRP is going to absolutely blast very, very soon. But yeah, follow me on Trading View. Follow me on X, like and subscribe to my videos, more videos to come. Leave a comment with what project you'd like to see me chart, right? Obviously, I follow a lot of projects, as you can see on the right side of my screens. But lately, I've been just focusing on a few. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Avalanche, actually, are my trades, and ADA. And Jitto, just for GTO, you know, just, I don't know why I really chose that. I think it's just because Solana has been going crazy, and it's a new project. It has very good price action, so I have been trading this. It's doing quite well. My entry was somewhere around here, so I am up a decent amount on this trade. I don't think I put this one in my Telegram though. I don't think so. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow. This video is a little bit longer than I wanted, 20 minutes. But yeah, hopefully you liked it. And if you did, like the video. If you didn't like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below. I respond usually within 24 hours. If you leave a comment with a video you'd like to see me, with a project you'd like to see me chart, I will chart it. All right, I don't really have too many followers, so I will see your comment and I will chart it. It's really just that simple. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and good luck with your trades. Take care.